Well, hello everybody. Beautiful day today. 10 above. Wow. I'm going to take all of that if we can get. Anyways, I got to talk about this Russian thing again. It's just so, it's so not right. You know, the rest of the world standing by, watching this guy murder innocent people. Now, if there's anything that's not right, it's like, you know, when you're in school and, you know, you get in a fight, everybody stands around and watches, you know, while somebody gets hammered. You know, it's I mean, it's not the same thing, but in some respects it is. It's just not right that the rest of the free world stands there and watch this guy murder innocent people. Now, there's no way to call that right. And if it means you got to go all in, you go all in. My experience in fighting, you know, mind you, not in recent years, but in younger years, it was always that if you could avoid a fight, that's great. But if you knew you're going to have to fight, you might as well dive right in. You know, because most of the time you give a guy a good whack and he goes down. Fight over. But anyway, so they really need to. I understand the politics of it, but I can't justify all this yakking and talking and meeting and all the rest of the crap. Well, people are being murdered. God. There's no justification for that. This guy's insane. He says no ethics or morals or whatever. But anyways, I'm blowing off steam. I gotta quit watching it because it's really affecting me. I can't stand by and watch that happen. You know, and I know they're trying to help them, but the help that they really need is they need somebody to come in there and knock them out. And this thing about his finger on the trigger, the nuclear trigger, to me that's bullshit, because I can't imagine that he's that insane that he's going to pull the nuclear trigger and blow himself up too. Because the object is you want to kill the other guy, but you still want to live. And if he does that, you know, nobody's going to live, including him. So I can't imagine that he's actually going to do that. But you never know. But that's the risk you take. It's the risk that he's already taken by bringing the nuclear forces to alert. So he's already taken that risk, and he's hoping nobody's going to call him on it. And we need to call him on it. I mean, all the other free nations of the world need to call him on that. Because if he does pull the trigger, we might not survive, but definitely he won't survive. So, you know, that's the poker face. You know, that's the poker face. But anyways, it's just heartbreaking. You see kids, little kids, and you know, you see families. The men are bringing the families to the border, and they're sending their wives and kids to safety, and they're going back in. You know, to fight for their freedom, fight for their independence. You know, we should send that truck convoy over there. They want to fight for something. There's a goddamn good reason to fight for something. When they say they're talking about freedom in this country, they're stupid. We have freedom. But we don't have freedom to disrupt everybody else's life just because you don't agree with something. You have the right to disagree, and I guess if enough people disagree, things will change. But if they don't, then you have to accept the compromise. You know, because the majority rules. The majority of the people rule. And lots of times when you're in a situation like that, the majority is too busy living their life to pay too much attention. So these fringe things, they get away with pulling stupid stuff. But that was a perfect example in the U.S. in the last election, where finally the majority came out and said definitely they don't want that idiot in power. And he thought he had it made when he had 7.3 million votes. Well, he lost by a million and more, because the Senate majority came out and said, no, this guy's a goofball, and you got to get rid of him. Because I guarantee that if he could do the same thing that Putin's doing, he would do it. Yeah, because he has no conscience. No conscience whatsoever. Anyways, boy. Okay, it's a nice sunny day. Sunny day, 10 degrees. I got my jacket on. Going to the mall to have some bad coffee and some dumb talk with some friends. Well, you know, you can go down there and you all sit around and talk about nothing, but it seems to be refreshing in some ways. Yeah, just as long as you don't talk about the same thing every time you meet. You gotta talk about something different. I gotta turn my heater off. Can you believe that? Holy jumping. So, anyways, I hope you guys are all well. And sorry for the ranting. I know I get off on a rant, but it's so much injustice things going on in the world. It's just, who the hell's going to speak up? Who the hell's going to say that's enough? You know, that's enough. Let's get real about people. And it seems to be in a lot of places that human life has no value. You know, that they value property and gold and all this kind of stuff, but they don't value human life. And to me, that is absolutely unacceptable. Human life is the most important thing on this earth. And preserving human life and making it fair and equitable for everybody is our job. You know, the ones that have a decent style of life and stuff like that, they need to help other people up the ladder. That's our moral obligation. And so many people, corporate idiots, have no thought about that. So it's terrible. And I think of even if there's no war, you think of all the people that are starving to death and all of that kind of thing. It's just well, you can't think of it too much, because you know what? It'll really affect your mental capacity. And I don't have a lot of it left. Anyways, I hope you're all well and you're having a good time and you're having a good life. And I'll talk to you pretty soon. Bye-bye.